this is going out to you men, because you black men dropped the ball. It's time to get back with God.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
Who's going to stop being scared to stand up? That's why the black community has gone down. Nobody is standing up against the workers of iniquity. Nobody is standing up against sin. Nobody is standing up against crime. As a matter of fact, y'all like that thing. You looking at the men that's going to rise up against the evildoer that sits right here in this purple and gold. Where are you so-called Christians at?
Bring it out.
Where are you Christians that so-called believe in Christ?
Right.
You believe in Christ? Come here, let's see. You okay. Give me Psalms 94 and verse 16. Because it's time for our men to start standing up for their community. It's time for our men to start standing up against sin. It's time to stop being weak and afraid and let these youngsters take over our communities and destroy our communities.
Right.
When are we going to stand up as men? When are we going to stand up as men? How long are we going to let this go on?
Bring it out.
Every other nation of people, they take care of their community.
Right.
You ain't finna, you can't, these people that standing in front of these gas stations begging, they can't do that in Whitefish Bay.
Right.
They can't do that in Bayview.
Hey.
The men will stand up in their community. When we going to stand up? Why are we going to continue to watch our neighborhood go down, down, down? When are we going to stand for something? We got to start standing on God's laws as a people. And this is going out to you men, because you black men dropped the ball.
What?
It's time to get back with God. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
Who's going to stop being scared to stand up? Who's going to rise up against evil? When you black men gonna stand up? You got questions? We teach the Bible. We teach the Bible.
Read. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
That's why the black community has gone down. Nobody is standing up against the workers of iniquity. Nobody is standing up against sin. Nobody is standing up against crime. As a matter of fact, y'all like that thing.
Right.
Y'all walk around, talk about, I ain't no snitch. So you allow the evil to go on in your community. What nation of people allows evil to go on in their community until it has destroyed the community? What nation of people, what community allows the dope boys to sell dope to their mothers, their aunties, their cousins, their uncles, until the men lose weight, until their teeth fall out their mouth, until they stole out everything up out of their houses, until they ruin their families? We don't deserve to call ourselves men. Give me 1 Kings real quick. And then we're going to come back here and see who going to stand, see which one of these men out here going to stand up. Let's show our people what it takes to be a man. Let's look let's look in the life of one of the manliest men, King David, a warrior. God said that was a man of my own heart. Read.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 2. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
So before he died, he gave charge to his son that he prove himself a man. How do you show yourself a man, bro? What makes us men? What principles are we supposed to stand on as men, bro? Take care of your family. What's a family?
To me, it's the people that love you back type thing.
Okay, what's the core of a family? So let me show you. Give me Hebrews 13. Let me show you what it takes to make a family, because this is somewhere where we went off in today's society. Because there's a lot of fatherless children out here shooting things up, highly emotional because they was raised by their mama. And if you step on their shoe by accident, they're ready to shoot something up. Read that.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4.
Don't forget none of that stuff I got you holding. Read.
Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
A family is a husband, a wife, and their children. Having kids by 3 different baby mamas is not a family.
Right.
A family is marriage. Marriage creates family.
Right.
Read. Go back to what you holding. Let's show what it takes to be a man. So to be a husband, you first got to be a man.
Right.
It takes a man to take on a wife, provide her food, her rent, her clothes, put a roof over her head, make sure she's safe, have children by her, take care of the children.
Right.
It takes a man to do that. Read.
Book of 1 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways.
That's what we got to do. We got to start holding this Bible, God's laws, as the standard now as men.
Right.
We got to stop enjoying the debauchery and the foolery that goes on.
Right.
We got to stop loving seeing these sisters shake their ass.
Bring it up.
We got to stop loving weed and drugs. We got to clean ourselves up so we can clean our people up, because we're running out of time.
Right.
Something is about to happen on this earth. All right, read.
To keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
That's how we prosper, because a lot of people think, oh, economics. Oh, if we get together and get guns, that's not going to prosper us.
Bring it up.
What's going to prosper us is coming back to God's laws and standing stiff on these laws.
That's
Go
right.
back to Psalms 94. We got to stand strong. We got to be willing to die about these laws.
Right.
We got to be willing to die about our people in this book.
Right.
That's how strong we got to be, because that's how far we've fallen.
Right.
It's war out here. These enemies, and I ain't gonna sit out here and the white man. Yeah, that's the main enemy. He the last one that brought us in slavery. But guess what? The East Indians had us in slavery.
Right.
The Babylonians had us in slavery.
Right.
Who else? The Chinese had us in slavery. That wall they built over there, that wall that got built over there, most of that was by our people.
Bring it up.
Give me real quick, hold that. Give me Matthew 10. Because Christ said, we're going to be hated of all men, even our own brothers and sisters. Watch what happens when you start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Everybody ain't going to love you. All right? Hey, that's your daughter right there. She calling you. He said, come here and listen to this. Read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 22. And ye shall be hated of all men.
Where the white boy at? Where you go? Because this ain't no hate campaign. We telling the truth out here.
Bring it up.
It say we gonna be hated of all men. Read.
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
For Christ's sake, for the Lord's sake. Why? Because we God's chosen people.
That's right.
The nations hate you for that. Read.
But he that endureth to the end.
We got to keep these laws, and we got to keep these things to the end. We got to stand stiff for these laws. We got to be, like I said, we got to be willing to die about God's laws.
Right.
Read.
Shall be saved.
That's the only way you're going to be saved. Saved from what you say. I want to get into that. All right, go back to Psalms 94. Because you got Christians walking around talking about they saved. Saved from what? We still here. We still on the bottom of society. We saved from sin? Huh? I'm going to show y'all why we smitten with madness today. That's one of our curses. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
You looking at the men that's going to rise up against the evildoers, sitting right here in this purple and gold. That's why you see us all over the city teaching. That's why you see us all over the country teaching. That's why you see us all over the world teaching and waking our people up. Yeah, they ain't going to like it. Hell, they ain't even going to start killing us for it. But that ain't going to stop. The Lord say, what it say? Don't fear, we can't fear man. We got to fear God. Read.
Book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? You want unless the Lord had been my help. Yeah, that was it.
Read it again from the top.
Psalms chapter 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
You ready to rise up? Hey, bro, you ready to rise up? You ready to take back our community? You ready to take back our kingdom as men? And we're supposed to be a nation of kings and priests. But we're a nation of rappers. We're a nation of twerkers. We're a nation of damn drug addicts. You ready to rise up? Give me Job 32. We done fell asleep out here. Our aged men are languished out here. We should be going. We should come in, sis. Sis. All right, take that flyer. Give us a call, cause time is short. You got it?
Read the book of Job, chapter 32 and verse 7. I said, they shall speak, and multitude of years shall teach wisdom.
So your time on this earth, you should be able to show some wisdom. Your time on this earth, you should be able to tell the younger generations something.
What?
These old fools out here ain't teaching the younger generations nothing.
What?
These old fools out here sitting out here shuffling their feet early in the morning to drink a damn drink before they even eat an egg.
Bring it out.
These old men out here loving watching these young girls twerk. Tricking off with skeezers out here.
Read. Verse 9. Great men are not always wise.
Old men ain't always got no wisdom. Because some of these old men out here scared, weak, afraid, and damn fools out here.
Bring it out.
Where's the aged men that's going to stand up? Where's the aged men that ain't afraid to get out here and get these youngsters in line? Put their life on the line for God's laws.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word